In world news, young Palestinians who are spurred on by social media have independently started attacking Israelis. They have killed 7 and wounded scores in 24 episodes since October 1st. The violence escalated again on Tuesday, October 13th, with 2 deadly outbreaks in Jerusalem, one where authorities said 2 Palestinians tried to take over a public bus. The violence consists of spontaneous outbursts of individual young people unaffiliated with any political movement. Their weapons are mainly small knives, but also screwdrivers and even a potato peeler. Their inspirations seem to come from their smartphones and are motivated by social media campaigns. The Taliban announced that they had withdrawn completely from the northern city of Kunduz on Tuesday, October 13th, ending their first takeover of any Afghan city during the last 14 years of war. The insurgents held Kunduz for 15 days, but during the time they destroyed government offices and facilities, seized military hardware, hunted down opponents, and freed prisoners from the city's 2 prisons. Kunduz government officials and some residents began returning on Tuesday to assess the damage. Although witnesses said few residents had moved back into their homes, as recently as Monday, those officials were leaving the city at night to take refuge in the military base at Kunduz Airport, the one place in the city that never fell to the insurgents. On October 19th, Croatia opened its border with Serbia, removing one of the bottlenecks for thousands of stranded migrants trying to make their way north. About 3,000 people had been stuck in the cold and wet weather in Serbian border near Brkasovo, after Croatia moved to stop new arrivals. Croatian buses are now taking the thousands of migrants who cross the border to nearby reception center. In recent days, Croatia sent at least 2 trains and several busloads of migrants north towards the border with Slovenia. Russia and the United States signed an agreement Tuesday, October 20th, that regulates all aircraft and drone flights over Syria, the defense departments of both countries announced. At a Pentagon briefing, Peter Cook, the department's press secretary, said the agreement, called a Memorandum of Understanding, established safety protocols requiring the Russians and the United States-led international coalition fighting the Islamic State in Syria to maintain professional airmanship at all times, use specific communication frequencies, and establish a communication line on the ground. There have been several close calls above Syria. On 2 occasions, Russian aircraft flew within 1,500 feet and 500 feet of American warplanes, although not in a threatening manner. Such incidents underscore the need for such an agreement, Mr. Cook said.
In your national news, on October 13th, the first Democratic presidential debate was held at the Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas. With Anderson Cooper as the moderator, the candidates Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, Martin O'Malley, Jim Webb, and Lincoln Chafee were all asked questions regarding topics such as Clinton's email scandal, Planned Parenthood, and the Black Lives Matter movement. The debate was considered much more professional than the Republican debate due to the fact that the candidates were more focused on explaining how they were going to make the country better instead of personally attacking each other. Even though there was no official winner, it was very clear through social media and other news websites that Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders had the most popularity. Federal regulators are now starting to require most recreational drones to be registered throughout the U.S. There have been many incidents when drones will come into close contact with helicopters and planes, especially in the Los Angeles area. These drones are a potential hazard, especially to helicopters. If a drone makes contact with the blades of a helicopter, it could potentially cause the helicopter to crash. The hope of this new registration is to hopefully prevent this sort of incident from happening and protect the public safety both in the air and on the ground. A recent issue that the Republican Party has been facing is deciding on who will become the new Speaker of the House. With John Boehner resigning from his position, the Republican Party has been left with the task of deciding who will take his place. On Tuesday, October 20th, Paul Ryan announced that he would be the new Speaker of the House only if the caucus unifies around a positive message of big ideas. Ryan told reporters, "We need to move from an opposition party to a proposition party." Ryan also said, "If I can truly be a unifying figure, then I will gladly serve." A sewer main blockage has caused an estimated 100,000 gallons of sewage to enter the Des Peres River in St. Louis Tuesday morning. This is not the first time this has happened, and in fact, the same thing happened to the same river last year. The Metropolitan St. Louis Sewer District claimed that there is no immediate threat to the public health or safety, but they are telling people to avoid contact with the river until cleanup is complete.
Hello, my name is Jesus Chavez, and I will be covering your local and regional news. First, your local news. On Wednesday, October 14th, the city of Natchez feels like they need more police force in the town. So, Jared Hins of the Natchez Fire Department said he would like to see them make their own police force, but Michelle Swanson would consider teaming with Titan to get more police coverage. They're both running for the 2015 Natchez Council election. On Thursday, October 15th, Union Gap is seeking to build a new administrative campus for City Hall. There is uncertainty of how Union Gap will be able to pay for the $9.8 million project, so they're requesting proposals. This project is slated to begin in May of 2017. On Friday, October 16th, Yakima police are warning residents of a telephone scam targeting specifically Yakima. Several residents reported that they were contacted by a person claiming to be the IRS and demanding immediate payment for back taxes. On Monday, October 19th, Yakima Judge Thomas Rice said the pattern of racially polarized voting rigged elections against candidates of choice for Latinos. No, not one Latino has been elected, and now after the new system there will be guaranteed that at least one Latino will be elected. Now with your regional news. Wednesday, October 14th, a new $20 million center called the Wanapum Heritage Center. This is a museum, but not mostly for the past, but for the current too. The Wanapum people and the Grant County PED celebrates past and present of the native culture to this land. On Thursday, October 15th, two Washington congresswomen visit Spokane to discuss ways to prepare for future fires after the largest in state history. Both U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell and U.S. Rep. Kathy McMorris Rogers went to Spokane to discuss how they can prepare for the next fire season in 2016. The fires costed up to $319 million just battling the fires alone. On Friday, October 16th, in Granger, there will be several nonprofit organizations that will hold a homeownership fair for first-time buyers on Saturday. This will be a huge event that will include prizes and also entertainment for the kids. On Monday, October 19th, critics of the Snake River dams want to take down the dams. They say that it is endangering the salmon runs, but this idea will hurt farmers in Idaho because they use the Snake River as transport. There are many critics that say the dams are killing many fish like salmon and steelhead. On October the 3rd, 200 people in boats gathered there to protest against the dams.
A recent topic for debate, especially between the Republican and Democratic parties, has been Planned Parenthood. The Democratic Party supports Planned Parenthood, while the Republican Party does not. With over 90 years of service in over 800 different locations around the U.S., Planned Parenthood is the popular choice for individuals when it comes to sexual health care. Planned Parenthood strives to prevent unintended pregnancies, improve health, and inform individuals about decisions regarding sex. One of the common misconceptions about Planned Parenthood, and a reason for why there is so much hate, is that supposedly aborted fetuses are harvested for their tissue. There is even a supposed fetus harvesting video posted online. However, this is false. The video was proven fake and only used for propaganda. Despite this, there are still many people, such as pro-life activists, who are against things such as abortion and are therefore against Planned Parenthood. However, I believe that the idea behind Planned Parenthood is constructive towards the young adult community. Planned Parenthood delivers comprehensive sex education that empowers women, men, teens, and families to make informed choices and lead healthy lives. For our special feature, we went to the local West Valley Walmart and asked people who their favorite candidate was for the 2016 presidential election. Although many turned us down, we were able to get a handful of people to interview. Here's what they had to say. So for the upcoming presidential election in 2016, who's your favorite candidate and why?
I think Trump is right at the moment, mostly because he's decisive.
Yeah.
He'll answer a question quickly,
Yeah.
promptly. He doesn't, he does what he's not being. I think he's being candid.
Okay.
The rest of the people are playing out whatever, trying to answer the questions the way people they want to hear the answer.
Okay.
So, and it's early.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know,
true.
You know, until who the nominee is. I'm not
Okay.
big opinion about things.
All right. Thank you. Okay. So for the upcoming 2016 presidential election, who's your favorite candidate and why?
Donald Trump because he's not politically correct. He says it.
Thank you.